The future is the present. So you gave us a pretty detailed scouting report on how you plan to stop Daniel Rodriguez. Can you share that with our viewing audience here?
I mean, Daniel is, in my mind, average. He's getting slower as he's getting older. He doesn't have that same spark, that same pop that he used to have. But he's clinging on to it, and that's important for him. He needs to be confident. He needs to feel like he can win this fight. And I believe that for me, the main thing is to go out there and show him how fast I am, how much quicker than him I am in every exchange. The fact that when he thinks about throwing, that I've already thrown 4 shots. When he tries to throw, that I'm out and that I'm back in and I'm ready to go. And it's just about pressure, cardio, pace, skill. And at the end of the day, I want it to look like it's an amateur versus an elite athlete in there. And I like Danny. I think it's cool, but you're not better than me, and that's my job to prove that now.
I love that you have a plan for everything, including a 6-fight plan.
Yes.
Before you get to a title fight. Walk us through that.
I'm 25 years of age. I don't have to rush this. I don't have to excel up the ranks so fast because I have to or I need to because of age or it's my time. It's going to be my time every single time I step in the octagon because I'm so young and I have so much experience and time to grow. Because when I get to that elite top 3, top 4, top 5, I have to keep that level and keep growing. And the rate at which I believe I can grow now is going to be faster than it is at the top because you have to specifically plan and prep.
Ian, you are such a technical, tactical fighter, but the tactics don't just start when the cage door closes. The tactics, my friend, have been all fight week, and especially last night. I saw what you posted on your socials. You dropped off a pizza, and we'll just say some extra goodies that might give D-Rod the munchies. What made you think to do that? And not only that, but like secretly film it. It looked like you had multiple secret cameras.
Yeah, we did. We put like cameras behind towels and stuff, and we set it up. It's just to wind someone up. Like whether you get the joke or not, or whether it pisses you off, it's going to get in your head, and that's what I want. Because when we step in that octagon, nothing that happened the week before matters. It's the fact that we're here now. It's just to have a little bit of fun and wind, have some mind games, and it's a game of chess, like a chess. They say chess, not checkers. And every exchange that I have with people, I'm always looking at their eyes, their body shape. Do they want to talk to me? Do they actually want to be here? And just to be able to wind them up a little bit is always special.
Yeah, what pizza was it, by the way?
Just pure pepperoni and American cheese, making sure that it smelled filthy, that he could smell it.
Good choice. I want to get back to something a little more serious. You know, you talk so much about the inspiration you get from Conor McGregor, and essentially you're on that same kind of career trajectory that he's on. At what point do you break off and start to carve your own path within this sport?
I believe I did the day I won my world title fight. It's a case of I've done my part in my career, where it's very similar that Conor won two weight world titles in Cage Warriors, and then he signed to the UFC, and he went on his incredible run that everybody knows about. And it's the same thing. It's the moment I signed for the UFC, I started making my own footsteps. And that's all I'm doing now, is I'm just adding to that. I'm just building my foundations and getting the fans behind me and getting the people in the organization excited and getting people watching. And that's what it's about now. I have the eyes on me because of the performances I'm able to put on, and I get to do that tomorrow night. I get to show the world that I am the 15th best welterweight on the planet, and I deserve to be ranked now.
So just food for thought, maybe for your next fight. Michael Jordan used to get under opponents' skins by sending girls to their room the night before game. So if you want to level up a little bit, Ian, just a little food for thought.
Jesus, I like that.
Have one of your teammates do it. Have one of your teammates. Don't put your name on that one.
Jesus, I ain't gonna do that one. Especially you don't around marriages. And that's a good one. That's very, very good.
Yeah. So this fight week, I feel like every week you're not only leveling up, or every fight not only leveling up as a fighter, but your pre-fight game, your talking game is getting better. Do you work on that?
Yes and no. I mean, it's something that we've noticed with excitement. My wife is amazing. She's over here on my team. They try to tell me to slow down because I get so excited and I get so hyped up that I don't know, whether it's the second of I move too fast and I lose the hammer angle, or I speak too fast that the point doesn't come across. It's about slowing yourself down, making the point clear, and giving connection, looking people in the eyes, looking the camera in the eyes. And when I sit there and say that I'm going to smoke D-Rod on Saturday night, tomorrow night I'm going to maul him and show him that everything that he has done isn't going to be able to prepare him for what I'm going to do to him tomorrow night, It's about slowing it down and having that presence.
Okay, there's a fine line. Let me be your broadcast coach for a minute. You're so damn good at it right now. Don't lose the enthusiasm, though.
Yes.
You slow down, but don't lose the enthusiasm.
Exactly.
We love that.
Yeah, that's what it's about, and it's a learning process. It is. I'm still green. I'm still green in the game. They're all
No.
I'm
You're
green.
good.
I'm good. I've got plenty of time to learn and improve.
Dan will coach you up. Listen, the momentum in your career has absolutely, it's left the station.
Yep.
But there is still a contingent of people that will say, he's green, he's unproven, whatever. What do those people not realize about you yet?
They're all haters. There's always going to be haters. Whether you win or whether you do the best thing in the world, there's always going to be people that say, but what if? Or what about this guy? And there's always going to be people that have that negative outlook on life. I couldn't care what they say. At the end of the day, the guy has signed a contract to fight me on Saturday night. He thinks he can beat me, and if he thinks that, then cool. It's my job to prove that I'm right and I can smoke you and prove him wrong, that when he signed that dotted line, that he messed up. That's my goal. I don't care about anybody else in that moment. What they want to say is what they want to say, and everyone has their opinions. I couldn't care less.
This one's a little offbeat from everything else we've talked about, from pizza to D-Rod to the pre-fight antics. I saw an interview you did in the past talking about training with Leon Edwards.
Yes.
And you're a man that has title aspirations, and he's the guy with the belt now. Was there ever a discussion between you guys like, hey, we're going to train together, but in case down the line, like, we might run into each other? Was there ever a discussion before you guys started to work together?
No. I mean, I messaged his team and said, can I come up and train? And they were like, absolutely, we'd love to have you here. And I knew, obviously, you know yourself, me and you are in the same division. If we walk in and go, oh, we could potentially
could happen.
It's in the back of your mind, but it doesn't need to be said. And there's always that kind of like, oh, is this gonna, like, are we gonna end up kind of like measuring here, and is that gonna happen? Like, are we gonna do this? And it didn't really. Leon was very, very sound and polite, and there was one kick I caught him with, and I didn't want to come across as like a dick. I was like, dude, I'm not trying to start trouble. And he was like, no, it's good, man. He's like, do what you're doing, that's fine. And we continued, and it's like, yeah, I don't want any beef. Like, the best thing for me, like, you're a phenomenal grappler. And if I run into you in a gym and I'm going, oh, Mike, can we do some grappling?
Yeah.
All I want to do is learn and grow. And then, yeah, okay, so what if we fight each other? So what if we ends up fighting? I'll only fight those guys if it's absolutely 100% necessary. And if not, like, when you look at the top 15 and then the champion, the 16 guys, I can maneuver and control who I'm going to potentially fight, because there's 9 or 10 other guys in that scenario. And if I'm to fight like Leon because he's the champion, or Gilbert because he was the champion, or Shavkat because he was the champion, I train with all these guys. I can avoid it to some extent until it may potentially be absolutely necessary. I am the #1 contender. There is no one else that deserves it. We just see how it goes. Like, at the moment, I'm 25 years of age, and I have that 6-fight schedule that I want to do. I want to fight 2 people in the top 15, 2 people between 10 to 5, 2 people in 5 to 1, because I never want anyone to doubt and sit there and say, well, he doesn't deserve to be there. I'm going to earn it. I'm going to make sure that nobody can sit there and put any question marks on my career or my rise to the top. And when I win that belt, when I get to that point, people are going to be like, this kid's different. This kid's special. So that's my attitude, and I have loads of time to get there.
Do you put any pressure on yourself in this next fight to have a spectacular finish, or are you confident you can stick to the game plan from the moment you walk out of
the game plan is to get a finish. The game plan is to get the finish.
Good answer.
The game plan is to go out there and absolutely smoke him. I don't see a world in which he is able to deal with my speed and my technical skill set, my shot selection, the variety of choices that I have. He's very simple. He's got a nice little kind of poppy jab, and he overextends in his left hand. I've got far more weapons than that, and I've got far many different avenues that I can take the fight and win the fight and dominate it. And I believe there will I keep seeing it in my mind, and I always try, like, slow myself down, but I genuinely don't see him getting out the first round if I go out there and put the pace on him and do what I think I'm going to do to him. And that would be a nice statement. So for me to go out there in the first 2.5 minutes and rinse him would be lovely.
Well, and listen, the guy has a 7-2 record, right? This is the biggest fight of your career. No, I'm saying, but if you do what you plan to do, this is a notch on the belt. I mean, this is a game opponent for you.
It is the first of that 6-fight run. He is number 15. I plan to take number 15, put myself in those rankings, and get ready to go on to whatever is next.
All right, tell your team, tell your wife, you're good. You're good. I like where you are right now. You don't need to slow down. You don't need to speed up. The enthusiasm's good.
A+.
Ian Machado Garry, thanks for. We could talk to you all day, but we got to let you go.
I'm Irish. I can do this all day.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.